What's up, Fit Body Bootcamp? I'm Diana Coulian, the recipe hacker, and I am here at the Fit Body Bootcamp World Headquarters in Southern California with my very good friend, Kara Jean Eckerman.
Yeah.
Now, Kara has 3 Fit Body Bootcamp locations here in Southern California and another one in Texas, where she is originally from.
Yes. Yeehaw.
And I work out with Kara all the time. She is my trainer. And so I'm super excited to have her here. And guys, you're not gonna believe what we're making. I haven't wrapped my brain around the fact that this exists and that we're able to make this. And it's really exciting because this is Kara's favorite food. Guys, we are making healthy tater tots. And guys, there's no potato in it.
None.
There's no potato.
And I like it. And I'm a potato connoisseur.
She is.
Tater tots.
Like, she goes to restaurants because they have tater tots.
True story.
True story.
I want to make a shirt that says tots and squats.
Oh, I would wear that. Make it, and then we'll give one away on the show. Okay. But guys, what's really cool, I mean, it's so much fun to make a recipe for something that's so unhealthy. Because, guys, we love tater tots, and Kara works out so hard, and she diets, like she's great on her nutrition all week. And on the weekend, she wants to have some tater tots. But we know that we can't include tater tots in our daily diet because they are fried and they are made of processed potatoes. And we eat way too many of them because they taste good.
They do.
And typically they come with cheese and other things on them.
Loaded tots.
Yes. See, she knows. So guys, to be able to make something that tastes, feels, looks like a tater tot, but it's really made out of low-calorie, high-fiber ingredients, cauliflower, onion, bell pepper, seasonings, egg, like really healthy things that are in your meal plans. To be able to make these and then to cook them in a healthy way where we're not adding a ton of fat is pretty incredible.
It really is. And if anyone can do it, it's you. And you've done it.
And we've done it, guys. And if you've ever made cauliflower tater tots before, because this is kind of a big thing on the internet, I did not invent the concept.
Oh.
I just invented this specific recipe. Most of them are filled with a lot of cheese.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have seen those.
Yeah, and I think they're keto and they're low carb and probably lower in calories. But when you start adding in a whole bunch of cheese, the calories go up, the fat goes up. And guys, I don't really like to work with dairy very often. Yeah. We are going to put a little bit when we get into the casserole, which I'll get into. So I took the dairy out. So not only is there no potato and super low fat, but there is no dairy in these crazy, amazing cauliflower tater tots.
And I see there's vegetables in there too.
There's vegetables,
more vegetables, which is good. You got to eat the rainbow.
Exactly. So guys, Kara and I are going to make these tater tots in a minute. And then because, we want to give you a whole meal that you can make for your family that just feels like something that's so yummy and so comforting and so naughty, but it's actually healthy. So we're going to take it one step further. We are going to take our healthy cauliflower tater tots and we are going to put it on top of Cheeseburger Tater Tot Casserole. I know, it just sounds like I'm just teasing you all, how is this going to be healthy? But trust me, it is going to be healthy and your whole family will love it. I really hope that you make it. Before we get into the recipe, you guys can see my cauliflower is already boiling because I didn't want to have to sit here for 20 minutes waiting for it to get soft. We thought ahead for you. But guys, before we get into the nitty-gritty of this recipe, we're going to give some stuff away. Would you like? Yeah, would you like to help me?
Yes.
So if you want to hold this awesome sweatshirt up.
Oh my goodness.
And guys,
this is, y'all.
Yeah, this is one of our classic sweatshirts. And if you want to show them the back, which is my favorite part, you guys maybe have seen people wearing this one. This is really one of our classic designs. But we're going to be giving away 2 of these, 2 lucky winners. And you're also going to get, this is our brand new protein. You guys saw it last week. It's our vegan frosted vanilla cake, or frosted vanilla cupcake. And this is our vegan protein. And Kara, I have a feeling that you're going to really like this one.
I'm going to love it. I love cupcakes and I love protein.
Yeah, as a vegetarian.
Yes,
as well. So, okay, guys. So the winner, and guys, if you recall, the way to win these awesome prizes every week, it's so easy.
It is. Y'all, we need more people to enter.
All you have to do is use the hashtag #IamFitBody. And you guys know how much I love that hashtag because you are just saying I embody everything that Fit Body stands for.
Exactly.
Which Fit Body stands for, it's the infinite game of fitness, guys. It is living your best, healthiest life every single day and incorporating your fitness and your healthy eating just into everyday life. Yes. And you're saying, hashtag I am Fit Body, like
that
I am
me.
Living this. Yeah. I'm doing
it.
I'm doing my workouts. I'm doing my healthy eating. I'm eating tater tots that are made out of cauliflower, for crying out loud.
People,
so
come on.
I am Fit Body.
Yes.
Use the hashtag when you post anything. Post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram. Show us what you're doing to embody Fit Body Bootcamp.
Yeah.
So guys, the winner for the hashtag I am Fit Body this week is Mary Ritchie. And Mary is from the Farmington Fit Body Bootcamp in New Mexico.
Congratulations, Mary.
Yeah, Mary, thank you so much for posting and just for being a part of Fit Body Bootcamp and for sharing your journey with all of us.
Yes.
Because the really cool thing is when you guys post and share, it pumps everybody up.
It really does. I think aside from just like winning, which the prizes are awesome, you never know who's like watching and maybe they're creeping and they're not posting, but you're inspiring them. You're inspiring people.
And they needed that in that moment. Like maybe you went above and beyond with your workout that day or with your meal prep and like you just posted it just to share.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, you know what? I can do that too. Like that's inspiring me. So keep inspiring people, Mary. Thank you so much. We're giving you the protein and one of these awesome sweatshirts. And then last week I said, you know what? If you guys tag Fit Body Bootcamp official on Instagram, I also want to give you guys something. So we're giving the same prize away, and this is to Christine McGowan from Bayshore Fit Body Bootcamp. So thank you so much for tagging us on Instagram. And you are also, congratulations. Thank you so much. You're also getting our awesome new flavor. I'm obsessed with this vegan vanilla, which
cupcake.
I'm gonna have to send you home with some of this.
Yes.
Because I don't think you've tasted it yet.
No, I haven't.
This is like brand, like it
tempting
just,
me.
like
Tater Tots and cupcake.
I know. This is Kara's best day ever. She's
literally
living her best life.
living my best life right now in this moment.
This is Fit Body Bootcamp, guys. This is what we get. Cupcakes and tater tots, and we look and feel amazing.
And true.
So it's awesome.
True.
But guys, this just became available on fbbcapproved.com. And guys, I realize I don't tell you every week, but if you want to get your hands on our supplements, this is our exclusive Truling supplement line. You know I'm obsessed with it because it has the best ingredients.
It does.
And it tastes the best. fbbcapproved.com. So this is our absolute newest product, and it has only been available for 2 days. So guys, get on fbbcapproved.com, get yourself some, and if you want me to just send you something for free, all you gotta do is use the hashtag IamFitBody or tag Fit Body Bootcamp Official.
Yes.
So cool, that was fun. I love giving things away.
You really do,
this,
Ty.
I know, I do.
really do.
Okay, so we're gonna get into this recipe. I'm super excited. I made 4 batches of these cauliflower tots this morning because I had to make it perfect for you guys. Because guys, when we take the time to take these wholesome ingredients and to turn it into just this lovingly made, food for our family, it has to taste good. I'm not gonna ask you to go through all this effort if it doesn't come out as something you want and your family wants to eat.
Or ever eat again.
Right. Like it has to be something that you're like, oh wow, like this is crazy. I can't believe the ingredients in here made something that tasted this good. That is always my goal, and I feel like we accomplished it today. And guys, you could either make just the tots themselves, or we're gonna show you then how you can make a casserole. And we have 2 versions of the casserole because as I said earlier, Kara does not eat meat. And so we are using a Beyond Beef product. Have you used it before?
Yes.
Beyond Beef?
I have.
What's your take on it? Just as a vegetarian, I'm sure you've tried a whole bunch of different meat replacement.
I have. I feel like there's been times where I feel like I think it's fake or it's real meat. I'm
It's
like,
real
no,
meat.
it's real meat. Like this, I asked for vegetarian.
Yeah.
I asked for vegetarian.
You're like, wait, excuse me.
I'm like,
was
no.
no, I wanted the vegan
And
one.
so I'm
This
always
is-
like,
yeah.
John, taste this. And nowadays he's like, oh, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Well,
TBD.
hopefully we have our meat and our non-meat separated correctly here.
I can tell.
Yeah, okay. But the Beyond Beef is soy free.
Yep.
That is something I was speaking with Ellen, our nutritionist up in Michigan, about using meat replacements. You need to be careful because number one, they can be very highly processed because they're trying to create meat out of not meat.
Junk.
And so a lot of what they use for some of the cheaper brands, we use a lot of soy.
Yep.
Soy is kind of the go-to. And we really want to limit the amount of soy in our diet. Ellen says no more than about 3 times a week.
That's
if you're
a
vegetarian.
really good fact to know.
Yeah. Yes, because it is okay to have some, especially, the organic, higher-end meat products that have a little bit of soy.
Yeah.
But what's cool about the Beyond Beef, there's absolutely no soy. It is higher in fat than some of the other ones. So I think, they had to take soy out, they had to replace it with something.
Yeah.
So some of what they replaced it with is fat, which just balance it with your meals for the day.
Yep.
But anyways, we'll get into that. Okay, so first things first, let's make tots.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so the first step, which I already did, just to save some time here for us, was 1 head of cauliflower, and we trimmed it. We took away all the leaves and everything, and we chopped it just into florets. The size doesn't really matter because we are boiling it until it gets very, very soft.
Okay.
So all I did was I filled the pot about 1/3 of the way with water, and then I threw all of my cauliflower in and just cranked it up. And it's probably been boiling for about 15 or 20 minutes, which is probably a little longer than it needed to. You just want it to get to the point, guys, where
it's falling apart.
Yeah, it's falling apart. So you take a fork and you just kind of poke at it, and it's totally falling apart. Going back to some of those other recipes for tots on the internet, a lot of them use a food processor. And so this morning with my 4 batches, the first one I used the food processor, and then I realized, you really do not need the food processor if you get it to a point where it's really soft.
Because you can just mold it like that, right?
Yeah, you're going to see it's almost like it's going to crumble up, which is nice because every time that I'm making a recipe, it's number 1, clean ingredients.
Yes.
Number 2, flavor. But then number 3, which is still very important, is convenience.
Yeah.
It's if I don't have to pull out another piece of equipment or another dish, I'm not going to do it. And I know you guys are busy. I'm busy. Kara's busy. We're going to make this as simple as possible, guys.
Yes.
Okay, so we have our cauliflower is perfectly tender. And so I just have this little colander here in a bowl. You could do this in the sink at home. And we're just going to pour it in because we want to get all of that water out. And we want to free.
Ooh, then
yes.
like a steam facial right back here. Cauliflower facial.
Yes.
Open up the pores.
Okay, guys. So the next step, actually, I'm going to let it cool for a second. But the next step, we are going to drain it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing up some of our other ingredients. And I'm going to go down the line and tell you what else is in these super healthy little tots. So we're going to have 1 egg.
Okay.
The egg is going to help bind it together. Now, guys, if you do want to make this a vegan product, you could absolutely do that. I would just add a tablespoon of flax, which there is flax in here, but I would do a tablespoon of flax with maybe 2 tablespoons of water, whisk that up and set it aside. If you're vegan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is just a basic egg replacement, but it would absolutely work with this recipe to make it vegan. And then if you really like dairy, you could definitely add in some cheese.
Yes.
A couple tablespoons of Parmesan, 1/4 cup of shredded cheese. Any of that would work to add in here. My recipe is going to be dairy-free. Okay, so we just have 1 egg, and I'm gonna whisk it up.
Is that nutritional yeast?
It is.
Which just tastes like cheese,
It
y'all.
does, guys.
Give it a chance.
Yeah,
So good.
and actually I have the, nope, I don't.
That's
I have the
flax meal.
container of it. But yeah, nutritional yeast is one of those products, guys, that as you get into healthy eating and as you eliminate things like dairy, even if you're just trying to reduce the dairy in your diet, reduce some of the inflammation and some of the calories, nutritional yeast is awesome.
Game changer.
And what's really cool, because I'm all about flavor and just things being healthy, but not necessarily the technical, why is this healthy?
Yeah.
But nutritional yeast has B12 in it. It's got really important vitamins, especially for vegans and vegetarians.
The more you know.
I know, it's pretty cool. Okay, so we just have our 1 egg in here, and then I have 1/2 cup of onion that I chopped up pretty fine.
Okay, so those are fine.
Yes, so we're gonna add that in here as well.
It's also fresh too, you know what I mean?
It is.
It doesn't look all processed.
Right.
I've seen some of the other cheesy tots that people make.
Yes, no, I love adding the fresh ingredients. Not only are you getting fiber, you're getting more vitamins, more minerals. It has beautiful color.
It does.
And then just the flavor, you can't beat the flavor of fresh food.
Yeah, true that.
Okay, guys, so I have a 1/4 cup of red bell pepper that I've chopped up pretty fine and 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley. Guys, if you don't have fresh parsley, use dried parsley. Not a biggie, but again, you're gonna have more benefit if you use the fresh stuff. Okay, so I have this here. I'm just kind of letting the cauliflower cool before we handle it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little flour blend. And this is what's gonna really help stick our tots together, and then we're also going to use some of it to coat the outside to give it a little crispiness. Okay, so we have a 1/4 cup of almond flour. This is blanched almond flour. Guys, you could really use any gluten-free flour that you want.
I was gonna say, because like, if someone has like a nut allergy, what flour would they use?
If you have a nut allergy, I would grind up gluten-free oats.
Okay.
If I had a nut allergy.
Okay.
And then some people who, they can do coconut flour. Even, some people I think they're allergic to coconuts and nuts, but then some people it's just nuts, but they're okay with coconut.
Yeah.
So if I was gonna replace this almond flour with coconut flour, I would do about half. I would do 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, because coconut flour absorbs way more liquid than almond flour does. Yes. Okay, so we have our nutritional yeast, which we just talked about. Guys, this stuff is so cool. Get some, keep it in the fridge at home, sprinkle it on things. You can sprinkle this on a salad.
Yeah.
Mix it in, mixing it into your baked goods, and your casseroles and your savory food, just as a way to really cut down on calories and get some really good nutrients in there. Okay, we have 2 tablespoons of ground flax meal. There's so many benefits to flax.
Well, there's so many benefits to like these tater tots, and they're just like right in front of me, and I can't eat them yet. And I'm so like.
Okay, we're gonna get through this, Kara. You're gonna get it. Okay, so I got a little bit of seasoning here. 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and then I added a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. So we're gonna add that in, and then we are gonna mix this little flour mixture up. And then, guys, in the sake of saving time, I wanted to coat the tater tots in something, like in some kind of powder. At the end, like when you make chicken nuggets, you want to kind of give it like a coating on the outside to make it crispier. We recently did this with our chicken wings.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't want to have to make 2 blends. So guys, we're only making 1 blend. Half of this is going to go into the mixture, and the other half we're going to save, and we're going to roll each little tot in this mixture, guys, because we don't have all day. And I know you.
I thought we were going to hang out together all day.
You know what I mean. We don't have time to do extra steps.
Yes. And that's so true. Like, I think a lot of people, when they're starting their health and fitness journey or starting to eat healthy, they're so afraid of how long it's going to take.
Right. And it does take more time.
Does.
Like, guys, this takes more time
For sure.
than getting a bag of frozen tots
Orida.
at the what?
Orida brand.
Yes.
Don't eat those.
There you go. Sticking it in the oven or in the fryer at home. Like, this takes more time, but it is absolutely worth it in how you feel, in your results, in your health.
It's a time investment.
And really in your longevity, guys. Like, you gotta think long term. Okay, so I'm mixing in about half of the mixture. And now we are gonna get to the tots. The tots are really the bulk of, the cauliflower is the bulk of what is going into these tots. And so we've drained them. However, they are still going to have a good amount of liquid. And for our tots, guys, tots are crispy. Right? They're crispy on the outside. Yes. They're kind of like, will you describe the perfect tot? What is it like? Consistency.
It's crispy on the outside and a little fluffy and airy on the inside.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we really want to recreate here. So we don't want it to be mushy.
Yeah, no.
And guys, when you are making things out of vegetables and out of healthier ingredients, you do run the risk of things just having more moisture.
Yeah.
For example, a few weeks ago, we made Fit Body lasagna, and it's made with a whole bunch of squash, which all of that squash has liquid, right? Which is so good. It's hydrating us. There's so many benefits to it.
You're like drinking your lasagna.
Yeah, but we want our food to be like the traditional, product that's full of gluten and dairy that looks perfect and stays together. So we do need to take certain measures at some points to drain out liquids, to make our healthy product really feel and taste and just seem as close to the real thing as possible.
Yes,
So
agreed.
Okay, so we let it drain for a good amount. You can see a good amount drained out here. And I have just a whole stack of paper towels. I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna pour them out. It's on a plate.
Do you want me to move this bowl?
Sure. Okay. Yeah, we do not need that anymore. Okay, so I've got all of our really tender pieces of cauliflower here, and I'm gonna kind of just wrap it up. There is no real method here other than,
fun, I'm not gonna lie.
right?
Play-Doh.
You wanna get in there, Kara?
Yeah.
So really you're trying to squish
Alright.
it, and you can feel under your fingers that this dry paper towel is just taking on this really lovely cauliflower water.
Very lovely cauliflower.
Kara's really getting out of here.
I'm getting my workout.
This is awesome. And you can feel under there, guys, look how flat this got. You can see that our cauliflower was very moldable here, which is good. That's what we wanted. And we didn't have to use a food processor. And so now, ooh, look at that. I'm like unwrapping this really lovely wet cauliflower present.
Give that to me.
We can stick it there. Okay, so guys, we had our mixture going here with our egg and our veggies and half of our flour mixture. And now we are gonna add all this yummy cauliflower. Okay, there we go. So now we are gonna mix it all up, and it's gonna feel pretty sticky, and it is gonna feel kind of wet, although you did a great job. You can see that there's not a lot of moisture coming off the cauliflower.
Take that, Green Giant.
Yes. Kara, have you done this before?
Oh man, I love tots. I love healthy cooking. I love healthy cooking with you.
That's awesome. Well, you've come back many times.
I'm so grateful to be here.
Yeah.
And if
It's always fun.
It is always fun. And I think too, like, if you're not sure about maybe starting to cook a meal like this, get a friend. Like, no, seriously, that's
Call me
truly,
up.
call Di. No, but seriously, that's really how I first started making healthier meals. And just if your spouse or your kids are like,
That's true.
call a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, like, have a friend come over and you guys make something together.
It makes it less scary and it makes it more fun.
It does. It really does.
I love the idea of like getting your kids involved.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, in my experience, when I get my kids involved in the actual making process, they want to eat it.
Yeah.
Like, even if it doesn't turn out that great, they want to eat it.
They took part in it.
Because,
Like, they were participants.
They had something to do with it.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, so we are going to shape our tater tots now. And remember, we kept half of the flour mixture. So that's what we're going to be using. Guys, right now, the mixture, it looks kind of like if you were going to make crab cakes. It's kind of, I don't know, little lumpy, little squishy here, but it's definitely sticking together. So what we want to take is 1 tablespoon at a time. And I kind of created this technique after several tries today.
So many techniques today.
So I get a little bit of the flour mixture on my hand because it is a very sticky mixture. So you put a little bit of the flour mixture on your hand, and then I sprinkle it over the top and kind of roll it. So now the entire outside of my 1 tablespoon of this mixture is covered with some of the flour, and I just shaped it into a little tot there.
That is a really big tot, and I'm excited for it.
Yes, this should make 16 tots, guys. So, okay.
So should I get this bowl and like work over that with this, or what should we
Let's both work from here. Okay. So just take a tablespoon and then grab a little bit of the flour on your hand, on your other hand. Okay. There we go. And guys, I mean, come up with your own technique. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just want to be very light with the dough. You don't want to squish it because it is sticky.
Like this?
Yeah, so here, put this in your hand. Here, let me show you one more time. There we go, perfect. So you're gonna do that because we're coating the back of it, right? And then we're gonna sprinkle over the top. And that way, we're kind of containing the stickiness by covering up with this flour mixture. And then you just make it into your little tot shape. Just being very light with the dough, because like I said, it is sticky. And so if you squish down on it, it's gonna stick to your hand. And a couple times throughout the process, you might wanna wash your hands. If your hands get too much moisture on it, it is gonna feel a little too sticky. But again, there's no right and wrong way. Like, this is just, you know, make them your shape, have fun with it.
Turns out I might be a better tater tot connoisseur than a tater tot molder.
Well, that was only your first try, so you got to just get in there.
You can definitely tell which tots are yours and which ones will be mine.
I can't believe how much these just look like tots.
They really do.
Because I mean, I don't know. I've never made a real tater tot. I've eaten real tater tots, but I'm pretty sure it's just made with like mushed up potato.
And then they roll it up
right?
just like we're doing, and then they put.
They fry it.
Yes.
Oh, to that note, this morning Stephanie had an awesome idea. I actually, I put it on a pan and I put it in the oven. So it was 400 degrees and it was 10 minutes, and then I turned it. So just flipped them over and then 10 more minutes. But she actually had a way better idea, which was put it in the air fryer. And so guys, 400 degrees in the air fryer for 10 minutes should do it. And it's so cool. And we worked with an air fryer last week, but the way the air is circulated around the tot. So, in an oven, you have to bake it and then flip it to try to get the golden, nicely done part on both sides. But in an air fryer,
it cooks evenly.
It cooks evenly at the same time. So you get your tots faster, which is cool.
Which is very
super cool, especially when you're starving.
Yeah, like me right now.
And then I believe that it will end up being crispier, which is pretty cool. Isn't this fun?
It really is fun. And, you talked about cooking with your kids, and
yes.
I kind of feel like you are cooking with one of your kids right now. I'm making like a giant mess. So I'm very sorry about that. I will help clean up afterwards. But yeah, these smell really good.
Guys, if you run out of the flour mixture, no worries. All I would do is take about 2 tablespoons of additional nutritional yeast and another tablespoon or so of flax meal, and just mix it up, maybe add a little bit of salt. So no worries if you run out and you need a little bit more.
Another reason why I really like this recipe, like Di said, I'm a coach at Fit Body Bootcamp, is that a lot of times, we have clients who are vegetarian, so you can make this meal vegetarian or not vegetarian.
Yep.
But also you're taking what is something that for it to be sustainable, I think for a lot of people, their family needs to also enjoy the process. Mm-hmm. So when you're taking things like tots and pretty much everything Di makes, and you're showing your family like, hey, this is healthy, we can do this.
Yeah.
It's like you're not feeling deprived.
Right.
You're bringing your family along the journey with you.
And it does become sustainable.
It does become sustainable.
Infinite game. And I'm glad you brought that up, because on the page this week, the topic is actually changing your perspective.
Yes.
And guys, this is a new perspective on tater tots.
True.
Right?
It says tater tots. I mean, I guess it's potato, but I mean, these are Cauli Tots.
Cauli Tots.
Di's Cauli Tots.
We're going to have to change the name.
Yes.
That's much better.
Is it?
Cauli Tots.
Well, it's not your fault, Di. I'm a tater tot
I don't know if
connoisseur.
anyone is Googling Cauli Tots, though. I think people Google tater tots.
Probably,
We'll leave
yes.
the name.
Yes,
but
we're
you
leaving
guys
the
know
name.
what we're saying.
Yes.
This is a changed perspective on what a tater tot should be made of.
Absolutely.
Right? But then we get the same experience and the same fun of like, you can dip this in ketchup and you can eat it just the same way that you would eat a regular tater tot.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying.
Guys, and changing your perspective, like that really is what makes your fitness game stick.
It does.
Because guys,
it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, look, we're in the challenge. Like shout out to everyone doing the New Year, New Year challenge. Guys, we're in week 3.
Woo! Great job, y'all.
So after week 2, the tally was over 56,000 pounds have already been lost by you guys. Good job. Like, this is amazing.
That just gave me chills. I'm not even kidding. That's amazing.
So many people are changing their lives and just making fitness a priority.
Yes.
But it's not just about 8 weeks. And I think I say this pretty much every week. Like, it's not just about the challenge. This is about your whole life. And so changing your perspective on what's a good meal? Like, what's a cheat meal for me?
Yeah.
Maybe a cheat meal is now going to be, tater tots that are made out of cauliflower with some cheese on it.
And
right?
you know what? When it tastes this good, seriously, it feels like you're treating yourself.
It does.
And you are. You're treating your body to good, nutritious food. So it's
true.
Changing your perspective on what a treatment is.
Changing your perspective. We need to wipe our hands, and then we're going to move on. This is what happens when you make healthy tater tots.
With this one.
Yes. Okay, there's paper towels there.
You
Don't mind us.
Sorry, guys. We're just going to come on over here.
Oh, here, there's more
But
here.
56,000 pounds?
Over 56,000 pounds, 14,000 people. Like, you guys are making such an impact. And the other thing that I always like to remind you guys is you're not just changing your life. You are changing the lives of so many people who see what you're doing.
Yes.
And you are inspiring people at your workplace, in your home, your children, like people that you don't even know are watching you and are like, oh, you know what? Wow, they're like, look what they're doing with their diet and their exercise. Like, I'm going to be a little healthier today.
Yeah.
And maybe it won't show up in the same way that it's showing up in your life because you're going strong, but it's showing up in other people's lives.
Type 2 gave me chills, and that's so true. No, but it is so true because you never know, like, maybe someone will decide to, like, go for a walk, or maybe they
Drink
will
more water.
Drink
some Everyday Fit.
Exactly, Everyday Fit.
Yeah.
But you're changing. That's really, truly where I think Fit Bodies impact lies, and one person having a transformation and the 10 other people in their life.
And where the biggest impact is, guys, like, it's not Coach Kara and it's not the recipe hacker here at HQ. It's every single one of you that comes into the locations every day, works out, and then goes out to where you are in your life, and you are spreading fitness. And that's where the biggest impact is. It's 100%. You guys. So amazing.
And you guys, the members. So
okay, so we've made tots, guys. These would go into the oven, 400 degrees, 10 minutes, flip it over, 10 more minutes, or get even smarter and do Steph's idea, air fryer. Put them in a single layer. We don't want them touching, but you don't have to flip it. 400 degrees, 10 minutes. I'm gonna go home and make this again for like the 6th time today and do it in the air fryer because I have a feeling
less time,
and it's gonna be crispier. So I hope you all have an air fryer.
Yes.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do. So this is its own recipe. Make it, enjoy it, love it. The next recipe we are going to make is the Cheeseburger Tater Tot Casserole. Guys, this is a real, like, home cooking, comfort food. Like, you're gathered around the family dinner table and you're all starving, and maybe it's cold outside, maybe it's snowing, maybe you're in the Midwest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm painting this whole picture in my mind right now.
Too.
What?
Yes, there's snow in Texas.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
It was like 30-something degrees this morning. It was really cold here.
know,
We're such babies.
We are such babies. Like, everyone this morning at boot camp was like sitting in their cars for like the last second to get that last bit of warmth.
But guys, this is a meal that will just warm you up. You will get to share it with your family, and you will know how much healthier this is than a traditional creamy casserole. And just maybe you can look up like nutrition stats on a traditional creamy casserole, because guys, I went for it with this recipe because I didn't want to add a ton of cheese. I did bring a little bit. We are going to put a little bit on top. You don't have to, or you could put more, but I was like, I want it to be like creamy.
Yeah.
So I did a bunch of research looking up like tater tot casseroles, and a lot of them call for a can of cream of mushroom soup, which, guys, I mean, it's processed. There's so many problems with it. Like, it's not going to help us with our fitness, right?
So many problems.
I'm like, what can I do to not put this like creamy? And then some of them do cream of mushroom, not cream of mushroom, cheddar, some kind of like creamy cheddar sauce. And
Queso?
then I don't know. And then they add all this other cheese. Guys, that's calories, that's fat, that's taking us away from our infinite game of fitness.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, what is a creamy substance that is high in protein, that doesn't add a ton of calories? And this is what I came up with. And this whole thing is gonna blow your mind.
Oh, I thought.
So this is Greek yogurt. Guys, Greek yogurt is on your meal plans. Get the plain kind. It is high in protein. This is super, super healthy.
Yes.
But guess what? It's also creamy. And
versatile.
Yeah, so our casserole is going to have this amazing creamy consistency. Okay, so
Added protein.
I already made the meat base, but I'm going to tell you what's in it so you can do it at home. But for the sake of time, I did make these. So Kara's is 1 pound of the Beyond beef. And actually, I brought this so you can, oops, it's a little drippy here. This is what it looks like. I got it at Sprouts. I'm sure you can take this home. I'm sure you would eat that.
I will. I want to give away on Never say never, Fit Buddies. Never say never. You can win too.
So guys, it's in the freezer section. Usually by where they'll have like organic ground beef in the freezer section. But that's a great brand. If you can't find it, you find one that has some soy. you know, don't have it more than 3 times a week.
Right.
Is the advice. Okay, so I'm gonna go through what was in here. So just a big skillet, put a teaspoon of olive oil. I did a tablespoon of garlic because flavor, right? We cannot have enough flavor.
Really can't.
And flavor from something like fresh garlic has all these other benefits for us.
Garlic.
Garlic is awesome.
It really is.
Okay, then I did half a cup of a yellow onion, chopped it up, and then I did a 1/4 cup of a red bell pepper. And you'll notice there was onion and bell pepper in the tots. And so guys, you'll use half of it or part of it for the tots and then just throw whatever's left into the meat mixture. So I sauteed that up before I added the beef. And then to Kara's skillet, and I did use separate spoons because I used to be vegetarian. So I know stuff like that matters. I'm like, I'm not putting the meat spoon into Kara's.
I can picture you right now at your house in your kitchen.
It was exactly like that. So then we threw the meat into the skillets. Kara's was the Beyond Beef 1 pound. Mine was just a lean organic ground beef.
Okay.
Guys, you can use whatever ground meat you want.
Yeah.
I mean, get crazy.
You can do turkey, chicken. What other ones?
I mean, pork. Whatever's in line with your meal plan. But a lean ground beef tastes delicious. It's really in line with the comfort that we're going for with this casserole. Okay, so then we sauteed that up. Made sure that all the pink was gone from the real meat. And with Kara's, you're probably taking it out of the freezer. Maybe it's partially thawed. Really with that one, you're just making sure that it's all broken up and that it's all thawed out and heated up. Then I added a bunch of spices because flavor.
It looks so good.
So we did half a teaspoon of sea salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper. I got crazy, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, which is a departure for me because I normally do sweet, but this just, I don't know, this felt like smoky to me.
Yeah.
So smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons, and then 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar because it needed a little bit of sweetness. Like we're going for comfort.
Yes.
But instead of doing anything refined or any large quantity, we did 1 teaspoon of coconut sugar.
And that's an entire casserole. Like
for the entire casserole.
It's not like one serving. It's
Yes.
like, you know, it's spread out.
Correct. And you could take it out if you'd like. I think it makes it taste better, so I put it in, and I'm cooking for kids, and I'm going to feed them the casserole that I have at home for dinner tonight. Okay, guys, now, so pretend like this is still in the skillet, let it cool a little bit, and now we're going to mix in some very interesting ingredients that are going to give our casserole this creaminess.
Okay.
Okay, so I know you're just dying to know what else we're putting in this.
Yes.
Now, keep in mind, the name of the casserole is Cheeseburger Casserole, right? Tater Tot Casserole. If you've ever made a cheeseburger casserole, typically what will be mixed into the meat mixture is a little bit of ketchup. Guys, you think I'm crazy, but you have to taste it. And a little bit of mustard. Okay? I mean, it goes with tater tots.
It does. It really does.
And if anyone, I know you guys out there know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna do half a cup. No, we're not. I changed that. We're gonna do a 1/4 cup of the ketchup and 2 tablespoons of the mustard.
Okay, and while you guys are measuring that out, I have nutritional information
Oh.
on the alternative.
Awesome.
Okay, so
It's gonna be scary.
It is a little scary. So with the core ingredients being your ground beef, condensed cream of mushroom soup,
Which we thought.
2 cups of shredded cheese.
Yep.
And then your tater tots. You're looking at 584 calories per serving.
Okay.
32 grams of fat.
Unhealthy fat.
Yeah.
Carbs is the most shocking. There's, 38 grams of carbs.
Woo.
And then, your fiber and your sugar, and the protein is 36
What's the
grams. So
fiber?
the fiber is 5 grams.
Okay. And then what was the sugar?
Sugar is 4 grams. 4 grams of
Okay.
sugar.
And then can you tell us what our casserole
Yes.
has in it?
So for our
Way better.
casserole, calories are 350.
Okay.
Fat is 13.
What's a lot less?
Carbs are 18. Sodium is 560. Fiber is 5 as well. Protein is 44. And
Nice.
sugar is 5.
Nice.
It's really good.
Much healthier, guys. And the product that you're actually putting in your body has way less preservatives.
Yes.
It's not as processed, so it's better for you overall.
For sure.
But you feel like you're eating the same thing.
So
So
put this in mine too?
yes, you do. You mix it in.
All right.
Okay, so now we're gonna do half that amount in mustard. And Jess, can you check the post, the actual link, if it said a 1/4 cup of ketchup and then 2 tablespoons of mustard? I just wanna make sure that's correct on there. Sometimes I change things up when I'm making the recipe, guys, because I just have this sense that it'll taste better a certain way.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect. Guys, and the links to the recipes should be in the comments, so you guys can check it out and follow along there. Okay, so we're crazy. We just added ketchup and mustard to our meat and our non-meat mixture here. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, so now we're gonna put 1 whole cup of this Greek yogurt. And guys, like I told you, we're going for this creamy, like comforting situation. If that's not what you're after, and you're like, hey, I love the idea of tots, I love the idea of like the ground meat, but maybe I don't want it to be creamy, maybe I want to throw in some veggies, like that works too.
You really could.
This is just an idea springboard for you. I really stand behind how amazing this tastes, but again, you know,
You can make it your own.
make it your own.
You
Have
do
fun
you.
with it. Have fun with it.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna do a full cup of the yogurt for both of us. So that is a half cup. See how precise I am?
A dollop of Daisy.
Doesn't get more precise than that.
How much again? Sorry, I should.
So two scoops because we need 1 full cup if we're going for this creamy
Wannabe.
situation, but it's much better
Cream of mushroom.
than the cream of mushroom.
Yes.
Okay, so in the spirit of keeping our spoons separate here, I'm gonna give you this one.
Okay.
And we're just gonna mix this stuff up. We're kind of making a mess today, guys. But
I started. I'm really sorry. Like, I really am feeling so bad about this situation right now. I'm like.
But I feel like a hearty, creamy casserole like that, it's good. It warrants a bit of a
It
mess.
does. It really does. If your kitchen isn't messy, like afterwards, like even a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're cooking with your friend on live television.
Okay, guys. So again, remember, most casserole recipes out there ask you to put a full can of this cream of mushroom soup, which there's a lot of issues with it. I'm sure if Ellen can chime in the comments about why we would want to stay away from a processed cream of mushroom soup.
Yes.
And why a fresh, plain Greek yogurt is just way better for your body.
Yes.
I mean, even just look at the freshness factor. The cream of mushroom soup with all the preservatives is coming from a can, and then we've got this fresh, organic, plain Greek yogurt. Has all that protein in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is
guys.
Ellen on? Is Ellen on the show today?
We did not call her up. I don't
Okay.
know if she's on the comments.
Yeah, maybe sometimes she comes into the comments later.
Yes. Okay, guys, so I've mixed this together. Now what we're gonna do is put it in the actual casserole pans. So we each have a pan here. Yes, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of olive oil just because we don't want it to stick. I'll let you do the same. And then we're just gonna put the creamy, amazing meat mixture here and spread it out on the bottom of the casserole pan. And then guys, you have options, okay? You can add some cheese at this point. Totally up to, you know, your goals, if you're including dairy in your diet or not, who you're making this for, all of that. But I am gonna show you mine with a little bit of cheese, and Kara, you can decide if you're gonna do a little bit of cheese or not on yours.
Yes, I will do
Okay.
a little bit of cheese.
So we know that with cheese, the fresher the better. We want like a good quality organic cheese. And something that Ellen has told me, it is so tempting to buy the pre-shredded cheese.
So guilty of
Right?
that.
It's you grab it out of the bag and it's ready to go, but this is much better to take the time. And actually we're going to burn a few calories by
Oh, yes.
yeah, but
Some
it's I think
gross.
to put it like to shred it and then to let it like not to stay preserved, they have to add some things in there. So it's not as fresh, it's not as good for you. It's more processed.
Yeah. I
When
need
it's
to be
done
better
that way.
about that.
And it
gonna be better
really
about that.
doesn't take that much time to just shred a little bit of cheese. And I have my awesome cheese shredders falling apart, so
Oh,
it still works.
It
I'm just gonna
does.
apply enough pressure here.
thank gosh you go to Fit Body. See?
Yeah. And guys, this is
Life
how
skills.
we can incorporate
Our strength.
fitness, strength into our everyday activities.
Cheese grating.
You know, you don't have to do this when you make one of those processed casseroles.
Yeah.
Right? This is good.
That is. That's such a good tip. I'm so guilty of buying the shredded, and I need to. That's something I can change
Yeah.
right away
It's
in my life.
fresher, it's healthier.
Yes.
You burn a few calories, and
True.
and honestly, it tastes better. You can
better.
taste it.
You can see the shreds are like more thick. Are you engaging your core? Keep your
I am
abs
actually.
engaged.
I'm actually. It's like some arms, some chest. Yeah, I feel it everywhere.
Keep those abs tight.
Okay, so that is all I'm gonna do for both of us.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You want to do more?
Totally joking.
I met my max there. Okay.
I'm just kidding.
So guys, we are gonna sprinkle a little bit over our meat mixture. And guys, at this point, we were gonna change the oven temperature to 350. And it's only gonna be in there for about 20 minutes because everything is already cooked through. This is mainly just about heating it up. Okay, so we get to put tots on the top now. This is the fun part.
Okay.
You can make little lines or make a design with your tots.
Guess what design I'm gonna make?
Oh, I don't know, but it's already cool.
I know. I know it is. I just keep thinking of Napoleon Dynamite this entire time. Please
Anybody,
comment below.
anybody out there
comment.
watch Napoleon Dynamite?
Please comment below.
And remember how he like keeps tots in his pocket?
Pockets.
I don't have any in my pocket. I should
Your
have.
tots. Please comment below if you have ever watched Napoleon Dynamite. It's such a great Academy Award winning.
Was
in my
it?
book. No, I'm just kidding.
That was like,
I don't know. I just love
was
that.
that like 20 years ago? 10
Probably.
years ago? 15 years ago?
But I watched it on like maybe VHS. No, DVD for sure. DVD.
Oh, that is so cute.
It's like a little heart.
Oh, Kara has made a heart. That is really timely for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Good job. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So at this point, we would stick it in the oven. And we are not going to do that right now. But I do want to talk to you about a topping.
Okay.
Because I just couldn't help myself. If you see the photo,
Yeah.
I needed something fresh on top. I wanted to just add a little bit more pizzazz and color and flavor. I don't typically make like creamy stuff. I usually work with more fresh stuff. And I was like, okay, I can't help myself. What can we top it with? And so what I came up with is a very simple topping. We're gonna take some fresh tomato.
Ooh.
And we are going to take a lovely California avocado.
Ooh, you got some ripe ones. Good
Yes. I've been having good luck with avocados lately. And then I am taking a lemon from my backyard. And a little bit of fresh chives.
job. From your backyard?
No.
Oh.
This one was not from my backyard. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna chop it up and then show you. And honestly, this is just a great little topping that you can put on like avocado toast, or you can put it over eggs.
This would be an amazing avocado toast.
Yes, exactly.
Or eggs.
And really, I think the key is just adding in that little bit of lemon juice and then really generously salt and peppering it. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop up some tomato here. And then we're not gonna actually put it on our casserole because we still need to bake these.
In your magical oven.
Yes.
That tomato does smell really good too.
Yeah, guys, fresh tomato. If you can get the ones that are just fresh on the vine, even better. Yeah, and fresh lemon. It's such a simple thing, but then it just like tops
does.
off the dish. I really like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bowl here. Who taught you that?
Pretty sure you did.
That is
Diana Queen.
amazing. Yeah, so what
Taught me everything I
Yeah.
know when it comes to cooking.
That is a very smart way. If your intention with a lemon is to squeeze it to get the juice out of it, what Kara's doing there is she's actually releasing a lot of that juice so that when we slice it in half, it's going to be just ready to come out.
Yeah.
Good
You
work.
did. I think when we were making those muffins, those lemon blueberry muffins.
Though we need to make those again.
We really do. Those
We
are
should add
so
some
good.
Truling protein to them. Yes. Lemon blueberry muffins. If you guys would like,
Protein.
if you would like the recipe, let us know.
Yeah.
And we will start coming up with it.
Yes.
So next week, I'm really excited. I have another guest from Texas. Yes, Tom Huff, who owns a Fit Body Bootcamp out in Richardson, Texas.
Yes.
He's coming on, and he has already sent me a recipe that he and his wife Katie came up with. It's the
cool.
cutest thing. I haven't tried it yet, but it is. They call them the Incredible Hulk muffins.
How adorable.
Yeah,
For their
they
little
make it
son.
for their 1-year-old, and they put fresh spinach, they put Truling protein in them, a whole bunch of other really good stuff, and then it's just a really quick, on-the-go, healthy snack or
Yeah.
breakfast for your kids.
That sounds really
Which
good.
I was like, Tom, this is amazing. I'm
That's
excited.
awesome.
I know so many of you out there have kids, and guys, we don't want to buy them like the Pop-Tarts and not only like, set them up for issues with their weight and their health, but then to have those temptations in the house for us.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I
Right?
could not keep a Pop-Tart in the house.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, guys. So it's family. Fitness is a family thing. It
has to
really,
be.
truly is. And I know all of you that are on the challenge are probably finding that out.
Yeah.
Like you're all connected, and the food that you bring into the house is going to affect everyone.
does.
Whether that be a healthy thing that maybe everyone gets on board with that you didn't know they would get on board with it.
Yeah.
Or if it's an unhealthy thing where you're like, I'm buying this for the kids.
Right.
But like, really? Are you buying that for the kids? Or are you going to go home and eat it? Right? Like, why put that temptation in front of yourself?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I'm excited, Tom. I look forward to cooking with you at this time next week. And that will be our day before Valentine's show.
Yes. It'll be Galentine's.
Galentine's, that is true. That is technically on the 13th. Okay, so Kara has warmed up our awesome lemon here. This is from my lemon tree. That is a benefit of living in Southern California. Ooh, you can see how nice and juicy it is.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, guys, be generous with your lemon juice. Just like I want you to be generous with the salt and pepper, because guys, this is just extra flavor that is going to contribute to your dish. I think I ran out of clean spoons. I'm going to,
Let me wipe this one off. Wash it
here, let's do this one that didn't have the meat, if I can just have a paper towel.
off. Oy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We made such a mess today.
And when you have a friend, you have also like an assistant to help you. It works
This is
out.
so true. Okay, so I'm gonna mix up our topping here. And guys, again, if you just take one thing away from this live, maybe it's this really fresh, cool topping that you can put on your eggs. My goodness, you can put this on grilled chicken breasts, salads, on anything.
I would honestly, I would eat that like just
by itself. Like
by
it's like a
itself.
little salad.
Yeah.
So fresh chives, these are like baby onions.
Yeah,
They're
cute.
really flavorful and cute. We mixed it with our lemon juice. And guys, again, be generous. Use a lot. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
You're gonna put some fresh sea salt on here. Guys, if your food doesn't have enough flavor, if the things that you slaved over, you're like, this just isn't popping,
Yeah.
add more sea salt. Sea salt and some black pepper are really gonna make the natural flavors in your food pop. Mix that up. So guys, this is what I would serve the casserole with. So this is gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes at 350. It's gonna get nice and bubbly and just like that just aroma and that like comfort.
Yes.
You're gonna pull it out, you're gonna dish it up for everybody, and you're gonna put a nice generous scoop of this yummy avocado tomato topping.
Yeah, that seriously smells so good.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us. Oh yeah, what do you think? It's good, right?
Those are really good. And again, I am truly a tater tot connoisseur. If you know, you know.
She loves tots.
These are amazing.
Well, you can take all the rest of them home. Guys, thank you for joining us. I really hope that we have inspired you in some way today. Whether it be, hey, next time I was gonna have tots, I'm gonna make this, or I'm gonna make this little healthy topping, or I'm gonna make this whole casserole, start to finish. Or maybe just, I'm gonna drink some more water right now.
Yes.
Guys, I hope you were inspired. I hope you had fun with us because we certainly had fun.
We definitely did. I'm sad that it's over.
So guys, join me next week. We're gonna be making healthy muffins for kids, and we're gonna throw in a few other cool, fun things. Use the hashtag #IamFitBody, guys, because you are FitBody. You are the ones that are out there making a difference in your own life, and you're just spreading health and fitness throughout the world, and we're so proud of you, and we're just grateful for you.
Yes.
Also, tag us at Fit Body Bootcamp Official, and I'm gonna give away more cool stuff next week.
Because clearly she loves to give things away.
do.
I'm going
It's
probably
super
home with
fun.
gosh knows what.
Probably all of it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week for week 4 of the New Year, New You Challenge.
Great
Bye,
job,
guys.
y'all.
Take care.